Well, in the race, let's move on to House District 121. The incumbent Republican Steve Allison was defeated in the primary by Marc LaHood, and LaHood is looking to repeat his victory tonight against Democrat Laura Jordan Swift. Here's a look at the result right now. Marc LaHood with 52% of the vote, Laura with Swift with 48%. Of course, this district covers Alamo Heights, Almas Park, up to La Verde. Were you expecting Laura to do better?
I thought Laurel Jordan Swift was going to do a little better. Yeah, you know, a couple of things for a few reasons. One, she got Steve Allison's endorsement, which was huge, I think, in this particular race. And Steve is also one who's gotten a lot more votes down ballot. That he's one of the ones that kind of he lifts the ticket up. In other words, he's gotten many more votes than Abbott has in that district. So definitely interesting. She also got the Express News endorsement, so I thought that might be a little bit of a bump. A little disappointed here. Again, the difference right now is about 3,500 votes. Going to be very hard to overcome at this point, I think.
And it really comes down to vouchers.
Yes, and that and a lot of money was spent in this race around. And that's really why Allison got the opponent in the primary. It's because his position, he was a pro-voucher candidate, and so Abbott, who really wants to pass vouchers, funded essentially Hood's campaign, and looks like they're going to be successful tonight.
I think I'm surprised by it. I thought it would be closer than that because Steve Allison was so respected and truly did vote his district. And I think that says an awful lot. And so he did come out. Marc LaHood certainly has a lot of name ID, be it Marc or be his brother Nico. For whatever reason, there's a lot of support for the LaHoods. I think a lot of people didn't really understand the underlying issues in that district. I thought she would do better, and so I really have to commend Marc for his efforts and for pulling it out, because I think it's going to surprise a lot of people.
And the Democrats have been investing in this district for a while now. You had Selena Montoya running twice, you had Becky DeFelice running, so they have been investing money in this district. So it's a little disappointing to see that it didn't quite come as close as I thought it would.
One could say they've wasted the money over and over, so some of us will hope they keep wasting that money.
Some of us consultants think it's no money spent is wasted for consultants.
But I think it is worthwhile to say that Swift had a lot of outside money coming in to support her race. When you look at the federal dollars that have come in and then the state dollars, so she had significant dollars as a targeted race from the Democrats to pick up. So to not be able to pull it out says an awful lot for the voters and the conservative voters in that district.
And you know, they pulled out all the stops over there. They had Beto. Beto was block walking with her, and he took that district, if I'm not mistaken.
And
Beto
also was supporting Lujan's opponent just this week.
Carranza, yeah.
He showed up at an event this week with Carranza, and so he was really working San Antonio very hard. And so far, he's 0 for 2.
Well, let's take a quick look at the sheriff's race. Sheriff Javier Salazar is seeking his third 4-year term. He's being challenged by Republican Nathan Buchanan, and here are the latest results. Sheriff Salazar with 58% of the vote to 42% for Buchanan. I mean, it's very difficult for a Republican to win in Bexar County.
Well, I think that Buchanan campaigned very hard but was not funded. He certainly did not have the resources or the publicity that the sheriff has. I mean, the sheriff is on television every single night, spoke at the National Democrat Convention, so had a lot of issues and support and people being aware of him and familiar with him. He's been reelected so many times. And that goes a long way to overcome.
And he's just so charismatic. I mean, he's the sheriff, and he's always
a public information officer in his past.
Right, he used to be a public information officer. He's great with the camera. He loves to do fun videos. He's all over social media. I think he's kind of one of those Democratic rising stars we need to keep an eye on. I don't think he's going to stay sheriff very long. I think he may be eyeing something bigger, so we'll have to keep an eye on him.
I am surprised some of the issues didn't stick. The issues in that race that are very significant are the deaths in the jail, which are very significant and continuing week after week. And then when you look at the overtime that's being paid and the failure to recruit law enforcement. All law enforcement is struggling with retention right now, but the Sheriff's Department is particularly struggling with their issues.
All right, ladies, thank you. We'll be back.